Shiloh was born with brain cancer. The cancer had metastasized by the time she was born. The cancerous tumors injured her brain, causing epilepsy and cerebral palsy. When Shiloh was 2 months old, doctors in Germany performed a lumbar puncture. The lumbar puncture caused Shiloh's brain to collapse, resulting in massive strokes. The strokes put Shiloh into constant epileptic seizures, preventing her from eating or sleeping. This video was made 5 days after the lumbar puncture. At the time this video was made, Shiloh was dying. Western medicine had no treatment for her medical conditions. Cannabis was prescribed to control her epilepsy and to relieve her suffering. This video documents the medicinal effects of administering cannabis to a sick infant. 1 day before this video was made, Shiloh's brain had become so swollen from the strokes and cancer that it stopped sending signals to make her heart beat and her lungs breathe. When this happened, Shiloh had a 6-minute-long status epilepticus seizure. After this seizure, Shiloh began agonal respiration, which is the final breathing before death. Cannabis was administered orally when the seizure began. The cannabis reduced the swelling of Shiloh's brain. Several hours after cannabis treatment began, Shiloh resumed normal breathing. Thus, this video was made just 24 hours after Shiloh had died, but was miraculously revived by cannabis in her last moments of life. To help you understand how serious Shiloh's condition was, I'm going to read to you a quote from the notes taken by Shiloh's mother at the time this video was made. Since we brought Shiloh back from the hospital Tuesday afternoon, she got progressively worse. She was entering seizure after seizure. These seizures usually involve half-hour intervals of bodily contractions that make it impossible for her to breastfeed. Her head keeps dropping back from the nipple, and which causes her legs and chest to spasm painfully. Her little muscles then feel rock hard and force her legs to lock at the knees. All the while, Shiloh cries desperately, begging someone to relieve her of her suffering. It's agonizing to watch, as there is nothing you can do. As can be seen in this video here, 30 minutes after the administration of cannabis, Shiloh is still having extremely severe, painful epileptic seizures. These seizures have been coming in groups, with each group being more powerful than the previous one, until finally these seizures become so powerful that Shiloh loses consciousness. These are the classic patterns of West syndrome. In this video here, 45 minutes after the cannabis was administered, Shiloh's seizures have finally stopped. Now that her seizures have come under control, Shiloh can return to feeding. Unfortunately, the cannabis has not treated Shiloh's non-spastic cerebral palsy, and this is why Shiloh's back is still arching as she's trying to feed. But eventually, the palsy settles down and Shiloh is finally able to feed again. This was absolutely critical, as Shiloh had lost 2 pounds, almost a full kilogram, in just a week. And here, we can see a really incredible miracle. Up to this point, Shiloh has never slept more than a few minutes without being woken by a seizure. This is the first time in Shiloh's entire lifetime where she is actually having normal sleep. Here we can see that Shiloh's legs are bending very easily and that all of the muscle stiffness has gone. This means that the stiffness in her legs, caused by both the epilepsy and the spastic cerebral palsy, has been treated.